Good morning, afternoon, whatever it happens to be. Today is my day off. If you're happy and you know what, clap your because we all know T-Rex arms. Let's talk about how I'm going to do this. This is part 1 of the 10-part series in terms of what is floating around in our government right now in regard to what I do. You're going to see a bunch of things. For example, there's going to be a title above my head that gives you an S number / an A number. What you're looking at for that is the Senate bill as well as the Assembly bill number. At the end of the video, I will be posting basically kind of a still that you can screenshot so that you know who to contact and how to get a hold of them. This is all public knowledge in terms of how to get a hold of them, but you'll know the topic that we are asking to not happen. I am going to basically read the memo of opposition that the Metro Package Store Association, the New York State Liquor Store Association, and the Retailers Alliance has put together that has been already presented to our legislators, both, like I said, at the Assembly and Senate level. And then we're going to talk about it at the end. So the first one we're going to do is S.7909, A.8547. This is the relates to off-premise retail license holders. It expands the number of liquor store licenses to 2. I need you to keep this in mind because you're going to see this name in this topic again. What's basically happening, as it was posed to me, is they're throwing a bunch of stuff at the wall to see what sticks. So it's not going to be a rerun that you see later on. It's going to be a different bill. So the organizations that I spoke of have built this, and so this is what I'm reading, by the way. This is one of the smaller ones, which is why I'm starting with it. Current New York State law limits liquor store ownership to a single license per individual and requires that the store be independently owned and operated. This framework was established to prevent the emergence of chain liquor stores in the state and to preserve opportunities for small, locally owned businesses. Allowing multiple licenses would give large operators, some of which already run liquor store chains in other states, a significant competitive advantage over independent retailers that lack the financial resources to compete with the economies of scale and pricing power available to larger chains. These larger businesses often benefit from centralized purchasing power, enabling them to negotiate lower prices from suppliers and pass those savings along to consumers, undercutting smaller stores. As a result, independent retailers would be forced to lower prices to remain competitive, placing further strain on already narrow profit margins. All true. Experience in other states raises additional concerns. In Colorado, for example, similar policy changes allowing expanded ownership led many independent liquor retailers to report sales declines of 15% to 30%, raising serious questions about their long-term sustainability. A comparable outcome in New York could force many small stores to close, resulting in job losses for store employees, fewer opportunities for liquor sales representatives, and an increase in vacant storefronts in communities across the state. The proposed legislation could also lead to a significant increase in the number of liquor outlets in local communities, expanding alcohol availability. Such growth raises legitimate public health and safety concerns, including the potential for increased violent crime and greater exposure of alcohol to minors. At the same time, liquor sales across the state are already declining, with approximately 3,400 stores currently operating. There is little justification for expanding license availability under these conditions. Doing so would further destabilize the marketplace and place additional pressure on existing businesses that are already working to remain viable. In sum, allowing multiple liquor store licenses would disproportionately benefit large corporate interests while placing small, independently owned liquor stores at a serious disadvantage. For these reasons, we strongly urge opposition to this legislation. So why do they want 2 licenses? We'll find out later it's not just 2. They want to open New York to chains. Now, I understand there are other states that have chains. There are other states that are organized and built differently. We aren't. This is not a problem as it sits right now. And depending upon where you go, people are already complaining that there's too many stores. So why give us more? Why do it? What is the point? There isn't one. It's not for the independent, like Brian in Glenville or Stu in Half Moon or Jay in Rotterdam. It's not for these people. It's for corporations. So we really want people to see through what's going on so that you are better understanding of kind of the smoke and mirrors that's being done. And there's a lot. And it's a bombardment right now. But what I'm asking for you to do is screenshot the final thing that I'm going to show you so that you can reach out to these legislators. Whether you are in their district or not, it does not matter. You're still in the state. They need to hear you. And please let them know that this is not broken. The system that we have here is not broken. New York has one of the most, if not the most diverse SKU catalog of any state. And what do I mean by that? We have the most variety. Other states wish they had our variety. This is just how we are. We've built this beautiful just beautiful SKU system. And so we're able to offer our consumers just anything and everything, which is great. So I missaid last time about like the 2 things that we could sell, but that's true. We can only sell wine and liquor. The part that I messed up on was that grocery stores are not going to go out of business if they can't sell wine. We will, though. Here's the information that you need. Please consider reaching out and making your voice heard, because every voice matters right now. Thank you so much.